This is an alternate version of the main 6 where they are teenagers in school, and the talents they have in the show are not what they have in this alternate universe, and how they have to face their insecurities and find their own talents and build a strong friendship in their small group. Twilight Sparkle. Her name will be Bright's Light. Bright Light is not the brightest unicorn in her school. Some of the other students make fun of her for it because she's too slow to catch up. She was also rejected from Celestia School. It wasn't like she would have gotten in anyway. Sunset Shimmer is a unicorn that Bright Light wants to be. She wants to be smart, have lots of friends. I am popular, but she knows that it will never happen. She also has a plush dragon she calls Spike that she carries around. Lots of ponies tease her for it and say how old are you to her. Spike has been Bright Light's best friend and she doesn't know what she could do without him. First it was her brother who got married to Cadence, now it's all her and Spike. She didn't have many friends. The friends that she had would bully her and tease her because they thought she was stupid and weird. Applejack. Her name will be Appleseed. Appleseed's legs don't work like normal earth ponies. She can barely lift anything over her size. It makes her feel like a burden to her family, like they'd be better off without her. After her parents died it became a lot worse. Granny Smith is too old. Big Mac is working too hard and so is Apple Bloom. In this version Apple Bloom is older than Applejack. Rainbow Dash. Her name will be Rainbow Cloud. Rainbow Cloud's wings aren't strong enough like normal Pegasus. They can barely get her off the ground, let alone hover. The other Pegasus don't want anything to do with her because you're not even a Pegasus if you can't fly, so they choose not to associate with her. It makes her feel like something is wrong with her. Why was she born like this? She is also fairly slow. She has a hard time keeping up with her friends and wishes she was born differently. Flutter. Her name will be Firefly. Firefly has a short temper. Just about anything anybody says could make her mad. Because of this, ponies at her school stay far away from her to not feel her wrath. Her brother moved out when she was 7 because he couldn't take the mistreatment from his parents. They were always called them names and beating them. Because of this, Firefly it's just expressing her anger and her hurt. She didn't know why her brother didn't take her with him. Pinkie Pie. Her name will be Pink Quartz. Pink Quartz mostly keeps herself when she's in school. She isn't seen hanging out with anybody. Every time someone talks to her she talks about depressing things, which leaves ponies not wanting to hang with her and to call her a downer. Little does anybody know about this pony's tragic tale. Pink Quartz and her family lived on a rock farm. She didn't know why they were farming for rocks. They weren't getting anything out of it. No money, nothing. When she was little she heard her sister Obsidian and her mother arguing. Obsidian did not want to waste her life farming for rocks when she could be doing something better with her life, but her mother did not approve. In the morning Obsidian was gone. After saying what she did, Pink Quartz's other siblings started to follow, not wanting to spend the rest of their life on a silly little rock farm. Pink Quartz's other older siblings, but they're not important to the story. Now it was just her, Maud, Limestone, Marble and her parents. But soon Maud got accepted into a college because of her expertise of rocks. Pink Quartz was distraught because out of all of her family members Maud was her favorite. She was always nice to her, but now she was going away for a long time. She was moving in with her boyfriend Mudbriar. She didn't like him because she thought that he was taking Maud away from her. Pink Quartz constantly felt lonely and sad because Maud was no longer with her and her sister Limestone was mean and demanding of her and Marble. Not long after Pink Quartz's mother had fallen ill, her father didn't want to go to the doctor because he thought he could handle it all on his own, but her condition was getting worse and worse. Soon after she died, and the whole family had to bury her themselves. It wasn't long after Marble died from the same sickness, and because their father thought he could handle everything, but the same fate would be upon Marble. Life was hard when it was only 3 of them. Limestone kept demanding Pink Quartz to work harder, but nothing was working, so they had to leave their little farm behind and settle in a new town where they could find a better life. Rarity. Her name will be Pearl. Pearl never found her beautiful. She thought of herself rather plain looking. The other ponies at her school, but just so. She was always jealous of her sister Sweetie Belle because she had a beautiful name and looks to match, and she was always so creative, creating new songs and singing with that beautiful voice she had. Wondered that Pearl could never reach her. Parents always told her to stick to what she's good at, but what if you're just good at nothing? Suri Pelhama was always somebody Pearl wanted to be. She was pretty and had a friend who followed her around, and everybody wanted to be her boyfriend. Hope you enjoyed.